HortiFresh Association Uganda is a business membership organization that supports all value chain players in the fresh fruits, vegetables, spices, and herbs sector. We work with exporters, farmers, logistics providers, input dealers, and anybody who provides any service to enhance export for those value chains. A Ugandan exporter can maximize the current demand for our products in Uganda by knowing what the market wants. You must always start with the market. What standards are expected there? What requirements do they want? What products do they want? Then you work backwards to deliver the product that they want. The challenge that we have faced as Ugandans is we always start with what we grow best, which most times or sometimes the market doesn't necessarily want, so they pay low value for it. But if you start with the market, establish what they're asking for, then you work backwards and you grow exactly what they want. So a Ugandan businessman considering standards for their product, I would encourage them to know what the market wants. Again, each destination has its own standards. The common one that we in exports deal with are what we call voluntary market standards. And the common one is what they call global gap. It's the one that the European markets are adopting and are being adopted by all the other subsequent markets in the world. It always starts with knowing the cost, because you need to assess if it is worth the money to get that standard. The beauty about it is once you get them, they're complex, yes, but once you get them, then you have access to the high-end, high-value markets. So there is value for money for investing in standards. The biggest challenges affecting exporters in Uganda are two. One of them is the cost of logistics. The cold chain is not as advanced in Uganda. It is still very expensive, and that way it makes Ugandans not very competitive as compared to our neighbors. The cost of cargo, the cost of cold chain infrastructure, the cost of cold rooms, the pack houses are not yet very well furnished. So that is still one of the biggest cost drivers. The other is production. Our production is fragmented. The smallholders are not providing the volumes that the market is demanding, and therefore we need to invest very heavily in production so that we can sustain and maintain the markets that we have strived very hard to bring home. It is unfair to expect a farmer to manage cold chain. This is an investment that I would encourage the exporter to incur in collaboration with the farmer. Because the exporter is the businessman, is the one interfacing with the market, I would encourage that the exporter invests downstream so that the cold chain is closer to production. And as HortiFresh, we are working hard with our partners and with government to see that we bring aggregation centers closer to the market, to the farmer, so that when the farmers harvest collectively, the cold chain starts from the first mile, from near the production sites. The markets available for Ugandans are first of all regional. Our products are demanded very highly from our neighbors' places. The Kenyans take a lot of our product. DRC is a niche market. And Sudan, South Sudan, that is regional. So we have to promote Africa as well, business, inter-Africa business. The other market is actually Middle East and Europe, goes without saying. But the other international markets are more stringent, but the easier ones that you can start with are those that I've mentioned in the region and in the neighboring countries.